everyone.
Hello, I'm Jeffrey.
I'm Kumi, and it's Business English from imagineigo.
From imagineigo with Jeffrey and Kumi.
Yeah. Okay.
You're studying business English?
Yes, I am studying Business English, and Jeffrey is my teacher for the English.
That's right.
Okay, and so Business English, but my questions are probably, I don't know, could be that you hear that word like in a normal conversation sometimes, but might have the different way of use in a business situation or the like a businessy documents.
Right. So it happens a lot that in business you see words that you know from conversation or movies or something, but they have a different meaning or a very more specific meaning in business. And you have to be careful of that. And then sometimes you meet words that you've never seen before because they're more formal. So,
well, also the some kind of questions, or not, maybe not questions, but some word that you already probably know, but just in case, like make sure that your understanding is correct or not.
Yeah, that can be useful. Sometimes you think you know a word, but you actually kind of didn't.
So just kind of you like a double check might be useful.
And that's what we're doing here together.
Okay, so the first, my question for today is the moreover.
Moreover.
So this word is easy to kind of guess the meaning or the purpose, how it's used. But well, let's check the moreover, or well, okay. Moreover, it's used in here. It's like on the top of the sentence, and it is on like a top word for the one paragraph.
Yeah, so there's a whole paragraph section. And this is the first word of the first sentence of that section. And it has a comma right after it. So, so that means it's an introduction word to the sentence. And usually these words that are in that position with a comma right after are kind of connecting and moving between the paragraph up here and the paragraph down here. So it's kind of like that.
Yeah. So the before this paragraph, actually there is another paragraph. It starts
Does it however or something?
Not however. Therefore.
Therefore, right.
Therefore. And then the next paragraph, it has moreover.
Yeah.
And the next one, actually, it comes the let me check. In addition to the above.
Which is sometimes just in addition, or in addition to the above. Okay.
And then it comes the next paragraph, moreover again. So well, in Japanese also, when we write like a thesis or those kind of businessy or like official documents, or could be letter too.
A business letter, not a personal letter.
For the more beautiful or more like nice look, those kind of documents, has a little kind of rule, maybe not a strict, but like we don't really use that like the same those kind of for example, moreover, like again, like for like
Okay.
like close, like next to
Right.
each other or.
Right. Well, in English, we also try to avoid that. Too. So you don't want to start everyone with moreover, or therefore. And actually, that wouldn't be appropriate anyways. But well, an appropriate one could be also. Also just means plus. So you could say also. That's possible, but it's going to look kind of silly and not very professional. Yeah. So we try to avoid that. Also, we try to avoid same.
Yeah.
But I have a question for you. What do you think moreover means? You said you thought you knew what it means or could guess. So what would be your guess? Moreover.
And more.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so okay, good. Good.
And then actually the next subparagraph has that
in addition.
Yeah, in addition
in addition to the above. Yeah.
In addition to the above, those have kind of similar meaning or kind of similar effect, like adding something.
Okay. That's very good and very close. But moreover has an extra nuance.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So all of these transition words actually have a specific meaning. So you do have to be careful. You can't randomly use them. Except for also, because also just means like plus. So you can use that in lots of places.
Wait.
What?
Also is fine to use in those business documents.
It's okay, but in addition is more nice, I guess. More fancy, more formal. But so in addition or also could be used, except for the top, of course. You can't use it in the beginning. But you could use it in many situations because it's kind of loose. It's pretty open meaning, yeah? It just means plus something or and. But these other ones like therefore and however, those have very specific meanings. So you have to be careful how you use them. I'll explain in a moment. But moreover means a similar thing to in addition or also. But it has a little extra nuance. It means like even more. So you shouldn't really use moreover when you're just saying the next thing. Okay? But you should use moreover when you're saying this plus this deeper thing. So the A moreover B should be A moreover B should be B is even more about A. Okay? In addition to could just be like A in addition to B in addition to C, and A, B, C could be different things. Just this and this and this and this. But moreover should have the meaning that B is a deeper part of A. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So A and B should be closely connected. B is more about A. That's why we use more over. And even more about A, blah, blah, blah. And in addition to could be used in this way, just not as specific. But in addition to can also just mean this thing, and then there's this thing, and then there's this thing, and separate things, yeah? So moreover has a more deep connection. Does that make sense?
Okay.
And then the other ones have meanings. So I'll say some of them very quickly, the common ones. Yeah. So you might, well, first you might see like first, second, third, finally, last. Those are like ranking your first, second, third things, either in ranking or important, or just I'm talking about this first and then this after. Okay. So they kind of have 1, 2, 3, basically. The other ones you see a lot are therefore. Therefore is like the speaking so. So it means there's a connection by A. A therefore B means A causes B. Yeah? Okay. B is a result of it. And then however is like a but. So A, however, B means you're saying something opposite or against. Yeah. So you have to be careful. Those have a very specific meaning. Not random. And I think that's mostly what you need to know. Okay?
Yeah. Well, it's really kind of useful to know that those kind of choices.
Yeah. Yeah. And if the meaning of your, especially in a long document, yeah, if the meaning of your next paragraphs needs therefore, and you already used the therefore, it's okay, just use it because you need that meaning, okay? But just overall, we try to avoid saying moreover, 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 because it gets tiring and looks kind of too much, But if you need that meaning, then just do it. It's okay. Just don't do it too much, right? Don't put the wrong word in there just to avoid using again. Okay? But try not to just be always saying the same thing. Yeah. Okay? It's not a total rule, just a guideline for style. Okay, next.
Next is the items.
Items. Okay.
Items.
Items.
So here, in this sentence, that this is used as a actually. So I am kind of reading this English like a report about tax, and it's originally written in Japanese. So I'm kind of comparing the original sentences in Japanese, and then so I could guess that this item's meaning is something it's on that document that like what's written on.
Okay.
Basically,
Sure.
simply.
Sure.
But seems like it's not quite matched. Also, so I got confused that the items, my image is the really physical things, or like I hear, or even in like Japanese we use this word item for like clothes that we are wearing, or like when you go to the shopping, like, oh, how about this item? Like we say item.
Right, or when you're shopping and you maybe especially like the now there's a lot of automatic checkout, and it says, scan the item and put the items in the basket like that, like items, yeah.
Well, so the item is kind of known as something like physical something, like a goods. And also that we use the item for the like a role-playing game that we got like I found a sword item.
Like on a video game, role-playing game, like
yeah. That's item.
You're collecting items and you have an inventory for your items and buying items. Yeah.
Those are items.
And they're things.
Yeah. So this
virtual
is
things.
kind of items that I had an image, something really physical, something.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, in common language, item usually means a physical thing. That's usually the idea of how we say item. Yeah. The way we usually use item is just to say like some individual little goods or things, items. Yeah. Yeah. That's the common way of speaking. But in business and also law, in business and accounting especially, right? We're not talking about just things, goods, right? So in the physical world, in the daily life of shopping and goods, item means these individual little real physical goods. But and then when we're in the role-playing game, right, the video game, right, items are not really physical anymore, but they're virtual physical items, right? Yeah. Okay, so
thing.
yeah, even though it's not a real thing, it's a video game thing, right? Okay, but like that, we're not talking physical anymore. We're talking virtual things. When we move into accounting and we're talking about money that goes in and out for many different kinds of things, right? Then suddenly things doesn't mean pens and things anymore. Yeah. Things is an abstraction. Things is like accounting things. And accounting things are usually like transactions in and out of your ledger, right? Right? So your accounting book has many records of money that came in for something and then went out for something. And that something could be an item, but it could be a service or something like that, right? So in this case, in accounting, items doesn't mean just physical things. It means usually something like in and out transactions, which could be physical or service or digital or something. Or even like real estate, which is kind of more, yeah, or things like that. So item changes. Then in law, you're talking about laws and really mental things, right? Ideas. And a law might have some details. There's A, B, and C details, yeah? Those can be items in the law. So they might talk about, oh, we'll change that item in the law. That item of section. So law has like sections, a document has a section and then items and things like that. So they might say like, well, item something of the section something. Item 5 of section 10.
Ideas.
And that's just one little detail, right? Yeah. Okay. Like that. So item can mean these different things that aren't physical anymore. Yeah, so does that make sense? So them are real, like foods or pens or paper or whatever. And some of them are services like, yeah, filling something, cleaning or something. Yeah. Good.
Also, actually this sentence is the items specified on rate classified invoices.
Okay, yeah, so items on an invoice. So items on an invoice can include physical things. So if I go get my car worked on, my invoice is going to have some physical parts items, a tire and something. And it might have something like oil. And it might have something like labor, like the time that he was changing, yeah? Those are all items for the invoice. Even though physically the only thing that's an item is the tire. Oil is not really an item. It's kind of weird. And labor is not really an item in the physical sense, right? But for an invoice, they are items on the list of the invoice. Okay.
List.
Yeah, a list has items. If you have a to-do list, those things are called items on your to-do list. And probably most of those are actions, activities, right? But we still call them items on your to-do list. Yeah.
List.
Because in that meaning, items are not a physical thing, but they are one detail. I have to do this one thing today. And that's a detail. So on a to-do list, that's called an item because it is a very detailed thing. You know, so still the idea of item is kind of like a specific detailed thing, even if it's not a physical thing, right? But if it's a loose thing, then we wouldn't really call it an item so much. Good.
Okay.
Next.
Well, the next is the mandatory.
Mandatory.
Maybe right.
Write it. Okay. Let me see if I can share here. I'll share the screen. Where is that? Huh? Here?
Yeah. Whiteboard.
Okay, share my whiteboard here. We'll take the mouse. Okay, so mandatory.
Mandatory. Mandatory.
Mandatory.
Mandatory.
Mandatory. This is mandatory.
Mandatory.
Okay, this comes from the word mandate. Okay. Okay, so mandate is a noun, and mandatory is a adjective. Okay. Right? Or mandate is a noun, or I'm sorry, or a verb. Sorry, noun or a verb. Okay.
So that this word is not really big word.
Not so big, but we don't.
But I've never heard this word.
Well, it's not casual. It's not in casual conversation. It's a business or academic or political word. We use a lot in politics. So the verb mandate means basically command.
Mandate.
So when the government says the citizens, the people have to do this thing. Well, for example, now we have to wear a seatbelt. Well, not now. It's been a kind of a long time now, but yeah. When I was a child, we didn't have to necessarily, but now we have to wear a seatbelt for sure, right? So that is a government mandate. The government said, hey, people, when you get in the car, you must put on your seatbelt.
Order.
So it's an order, it's a mandate. But a mandate is an order that comes from the authority down, okay? Yeah. And you wouldn't use this when you order something at a restaurant, okay?
Okay, because I'm not an authority.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Mandate is something very official. Yeah. So it's an official order from like the government, okay? King or queen or Congress or whatever government you have, it's their official. Yeah. And a mandate is usually a positive thing, like something you have to do, not a dame, not a restriction. That's usually we use different words. You can use, but usually a mandate is you must do this. You must put on your seatbelt. Okay. And then the noun version of mandate. The noun version of mandate is that rule, that order, that request. Okay.
No.
Yeah. That's right. Now, another way you could say this is a requirement. So we are required to wear a seatbelt now.
Okay.
That's a more casual way, and we'd probably, in conversation, we might say that it's a requirement, or just we have to wear a seatbelt now. We must, yeah. But the official one is mandate. And then mandatory, and then this mandatory is the adverb, and you just put that mandatory rule or mandatory something. And that means this thing is required by the government. Good? All right, I'm going to stop this share so people can see our lovely faces again. Okay?
Whee!
Yeah. So that's mandatory. The government mandates a mandate for a mandatory requirement for us. Okay? That's all. That's what it is. The next level down language would be requirement. And then the most casual would be must do something. You must do this thing or have to do this thing. Yeah.
So this mandatory can be just like a law.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Duty.
A duty, sure. As long as it is an official duty. If it is an official duty, yes. Yep.
Well, for the duty, well, we learned the last time's the video, we did submit. That's also like a duty, but
yeah, but it's different. Submit is something I have to give to the government. Yeah. Mandate or mandatory is something I have to just do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, my submission might be mandatory. It's a mandatory submission. Yeah. But yeah.
Okay.
Submit is the thing, the action that I give. Yeah, officially. And mandatory is the fact that I have to do it.
Okay.
For example, I teach at a school, and in many places in the world, teachers are mandatory reporters for. So nowadays, if a teacher sees like some child is in trouble, they are required to report that to the officials. So if they see some trouble with a student, they have to report it. They don't have the option. Means that the teachers have to submit a mandatory report. That means they are required to submit a report to the officials about some problems with students, certain kinds of problems with students. It used to be that teachers just should use their own judgment, and then if they think something is really wrong with the student, then they can. But now the government has said, no, you must do it. Mandatory. Yeah. So that's the law. Make sense?
Okay.
Yeah. How about next thing? You want to scroll down?
Yeah.
Oh, is this the last thing?
Right? No, and this.
Yeah, this, right?
This.
This is the last thing, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
This is the last.
Right.
So, well, it's, for example, like $50 million or yen or less. Or less is the so in Japanese the the language structure is really different, so maybe I can't compare so well, but there is a specific word for explain about the or less part.
Yeah, it has a very specific meaning, and it causes a lot of trouble sometimes in kind of bilingual situations, actually. I've had this issue before, yeah. Why don't I get a whiteboard?
Okay. So, like in English, the or less is the just official way to explain about that.
Yeah. All right. So let's just say instead of 50 million, which is a lot of zeros, why don't we just say 100?
Yeah, sure.
Which is easy, or less. Okay.
And then that this kind or less is really short kind of words and not so academic or businessy.
Sure.
But just only that way to express.
Yeah. That's right. Okay, so I'll show you very graphically. Okay, so there's 100. Yeah, and then more than 100 is up here, like 101, 102. Yeah, and then less is 99, 98, 97. Yeah, and above is get to. Yeah, okay, right. Right, so 100 means 100. Yeah, this. I need to switch colors here. Okay. 100 means, so this part means this. Yeah? And the or less means all of this lesser part. Okay? Good? So this is 100 or less. Good? So it means like all the way up to and including 100. Good? Okay. Now, you have to be careful. The other way of talking is less than 100. Okay? This meaning is 100 less than. This does not include 100. So less is here. Okay? Good? So less than 100 means 1 all the way up to 99 and then you stop. Yeah? Because this doesn't have 100 in it. Good? That's very important. For some things. In some situations, this could be very important difference, right? So yeah. Make sense?
Sure.
The reason is this or. Or means A or B. Yeah, so it means A is an option, which is 100, or B is also an option, which means this is an option and all of this is an option. Yeah, but let's back those up. But this less than 100 doesn't have an or, so it doesn't include 100. So it no 100, just the less than part, which is stops here. Good? Is that clear? The other side of this is, and works exactly the same way, is more. Yeah. So if you just put more, yeah, that means 100 or more means like this. Yeah. And more than 100 means, yeah, just the opposite situation. Good? All right. Maybe I'll stop sharing. Yeah. Good?
Before
What?
that, you better to show the symbol.
Oh, right. Right, okay, sure. So talking about Japanese and English, we came up with a really strange, very specific kind of surprise. I'll show you really quick. So I don't want to miss all this one. Here. Okay, so in math or logic, we use these little symbols a lot. So we say this means equals, right? A equals B
Mm.
means same. A is same as B, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right. Now, this less than 100, this less than, wait, no, let me explain. No, wait, let me explain. Less than 100 looks like this. 100 less than. No. That's greater than. Sorry. That's more than. Sorry. Less than, right? So this is smaller than 100, right?
Sure.
Less than, okay? So A is less than 100, yeah?
Mm.
Good? All right. So this is, just a minute. This here uses one of these. And more than just uses the other way around, right?
Yeah.
But this 100 or less
Mm.
is a little bit different. Did you want to show?
Yes.
Okay, now you can
Yes.
show.
Okay.
I just want to set up what equals. and
Okay.
what.
Okay. So in Japan.
In Japanese only. In
Japan.
Japanese only.
So we use this.
For
Okay.
less,
Okay.
right?
100 is
Mm-hmm.
here.
100.
And then like okay, and then say A.
A is less than 100.
Mhm. And then if it is the 100
Mm.
or less,
Mm-hmm.
means you
Yeah, good.
so less and or
Mm.
that's the way we describe.
Yeah, that's how they do it in Japan. And it's kind of a little bit important to get the scale. So just so, yeah, it's not just, we're not stacking them up,
Okay.
but we smash them together, right? You just go, like that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Kind
yeah,
of smash, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we don't use that in America, and I think hardly any country uses that.
Maybe.
Most places do like this. We use this for the less than part.
Yeah, the same. That's
And
same
then for
in
the
Japan.
equals part, what we do is we skip this part and we just take this part. Okay? Because for us, what's happening is this is less or equal. So what we've done is, look, what we've done is smash them together in a different
That's
way.
minus.
But it's a low minus. So in Japan, they use both. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what we do in America, at least, is what we do is we take, instead of this, what we do is we go like this. So the top part of the equals becomes the lesser, and then the bottom part of the equals stays. That's just the idea. It's just more compressed.
Just being lazy.
Well, it's just more compressed, that's all. Well, yours makes logical sense, and this one is just kind of compressed. So, yeah. So this is the symbol we use for this.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And this by itself is the symbol we use for this part. Yeah?
Mm.
But in Japan, they use this for this 100 of us. Yeah?
Yeah.
You just double up on the symbols.
Double up?
You use both fully. We
Yeah.
overlap them basically.
Mm.
You use them like this, and we just overlap. That's all. A little different. Okay. But that was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shocking.
Yeah. And if you have a Japanese keyboard on your computer or switch to Japanese input, you'll see these as options, or like on your no, not on the keyboard itself, but
Okay.
if you're typing, or if you're like using in your smartphone or something, and you have Japanese input on there, you'll see this as an option, and it'll look like, huh, wow, what is that? And at first I was confused. So when Kumi said, oh, we do this. Now, to be honest, I haven't done math like this for a long time. So I looked, I'm like, huh? Am I wrong? And then I looked it up, like, no, right, okay, right. I never did that as a child. But for just 1 second, for one moment, I was like,
you're low confident of math.
did I? Yeah, because I have low confidence in math. So I thought, oh my God, did I get this wrong? I don't remember so well. It's been a long time.
I was so sure that this is this, people.
Yeah, she's overconfident.
You're wrong.
Totally. Yeah. But so then when I looked it up and double checked, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not wrong. This is the way
Yeah.
I've been doing
And
it
then
since I was a
that's
child.
shocking for me.
So you got the shock. But, well,
Yeah.
so in Japan, you do that. And in the West, we do that.
Yeah, it seems like the Japanese way is the minority in the world.
Yeah.
Could be. I wanna know. I really wanna know that that's really only Japan, or if other countries, if they use that the Japanese way, more make sense way, not lazy way, please let us know.
But I think it is only Japan because I've never seen this on outside Japan keyboard and stuff.
Really?
It's not a character in the computer, I think, except in the Japanese computer system. So
But you don't know the other Asian country.
Sure. Could be. Yeah.
Could be.
But anyways, yeah. So if you are in Japan or if your country uses like this, my advice to you is go ahead and use that unless your document is specifically for English speakers. So go ahead and use this one. It's fine. The double kind of
equal.
Yeah, it's kind of doubled for me. This doubled one, use that. But if your document is definitely only going to be used in a foreign country, English speaking, then maybe go ahead and switch to this one.
Okay.
The reason I say this is because a casual looker like me is going to understand this meaning. This has no official meaning in the English world, but I'll look at, yeah, that's less than and that's equals to. I think I got it. So can understand, I think. Yeah, even though it's not really official, probably can understand.
But like an American like me, like more like like I don't know. So sure about that those symbol that I learned.
Yeah, just be careful, because one point is a native English speaker will see this and think it's a mistake. But they're probably going to understand what you're saying, so it's okay. Unless your document is specifically for an English-speaking audience, then I do recommend changing to the official one. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
It was so shocking for me.
Yeah. Now I have one more thing to say about this kind of mistake. Okay. So nowadays everything is online. And there's also a lot of phishing online, scams and things online. Okay. And native English speakers, the way we kind of guess if we get an email and it has a lot of spelling and symbol mistakes like this mistake, we will think it's phishing or spam or some scam. Okay. Because that's how we. And I'm very sorry for you people who are not native speakers of English. I'm really sorry to say this because I'm not trying to be strict, but the truth is there's lots of scams, and you can lose a lot of money or identity or something with these scams, right? So we try to be careful. And I'm really sorry, but one of the ways we try to avoid that is that if we see a lot of these kind of errors, then we're like, this is a little suspicious and maybe no. Yeah, and I'm sorry about that. It's very unfortunate because I don't like to discriminate against people who make ESL second language mistakes. But the truth is I also have to protect myself from scams and also my students and things and their identities. I have to be careful. So that is unfortunately one of the ways we do. Yeah. Now, if you send me a personal email, just personal things, and it has mistakes, well, I don't care. It's fine. But like if I see if there's something from Amazon, you did not pay, please give me your credit card number. And I see in this official Amazon email, there's lots of little mistakes. I'm gonna be like, no, that's not from really Amazon. Yeah. So just be aware of that. Do your best. But that is a thing. So I'm really sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
And I hope this was helpful for you.
So the we don't really have a specific the schedule to do this live or pull up on YouTube after the live.
Right.
But if you subscribe this channel, imagineigo,
and turn on the notifications,
okay.
then you'll get alerts when we come on. When we come on live and when the video is available, yeah, you can check it out anytime. You'll get alerts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you find it useful, please do. Thanks.
But usually I'll do this business English live maybe weekend.
Okay, maybe. Maybe not once a week, unless we're really busy on the weekend.
Yeah.
And do other things. Take a little holiday,
Yeah.
which is an important part of business too. I hope you take holidays sometimes, please. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But this is fun.
Work hard and play hard and enjoy. Yeah. And please enjoy English. Yeah. However you use it. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
See you next time.
See you. Good day.
Good day.
I like that.
Yeah, you like that?
I
That's
like
good.
that.
Good day. You sound like Shakespeare now.
Oh, really?
A little bit, but that's good. Please enjoy. Good day, folks.
Folks. That sounds a little oji-san. Old man.
Oji-san means old man in Japanese.
Folks.
Folks. I'm just trying to be nice.
I'm sorry.
But it's not very businesslike. Don't say folks in business. No. Definitely not business.
Then how about the businessy way?
Good day, sirs. Just don't need anything. Just good day.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hope to see you again. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Good day.